to another live stream of the weekly free instant tournament. Today is June 5th, a little bit earlier than usual, but that's the time window that I have available. And so let me first, as usual, check the streaming setup. Everything is fine. So let's proceed to VBO to get the weekly free instant tournament. As a reminder, this is updated every Friday. And so you still have some days to play if you want to play it before watching this video. And so we'll face 8 deals with match points scoring and usually some interesting discussions. So we have 15 high card points here. That's an awkward kind of hand. If we had switched the black suits, clubs and spades, we would have an easy double. We don't want to pass with 15 high card points, right? That's a lot. But partner is a passed hand, and we don't have that other hand. We have a doubleton spade, and that is a big bummer for a double, because partner will often bet spades on 4, as he should, expecting at least 3 with us. And so we may very well get to a horrible contract by doubling. Now, if we switch our hearts and clubs, this would be a reasonable situation for a 1 heart overcall with ace, king, queen, 4 of hearts. Only 4, but very chunky hearts. And as I said, we don't want to pass with 15 high card points, and 1 heart would be a reasonable compromise. But we don't have that hand, and we don't want to bid 1 heart on queen 4th. That's too bad, even for a 1 level overcall. And finally, 15 high card points, you might consider 1 of trumps. And it's not a horrible bid. And I might choose it if partner were not a passed hand, because partner being a passed hand, we have to discount the possibility of making game. And it's not impossible, but it's unlikely. And it's quite risky. We might get into a bad spot by bidding 1 of trumps. So after excluding everything else, I think I prefer passing here. And now a double should show something short in spades, because we didn't double on the first round. Let's see what the robot interprets. It's yes, something short in spades. It's a reasonable double. We don't want to quit so cheaply. Partner bid a nice suit. We did enough. Partner, if partner had a 5 card suit, he could complete. So the robot leads king from ace king. So let's start with that. A very bare dummy. We should basically cash our winners. And it's not really, shouldn't be worried about getting end played here. Some hands we would consider not cashing the queen of clubs to leave an exit, but here there's no. And partner might even have only 3. I don't think there's a lot of chance of us getting end played here. So the declared parent started with 5-2 in the minors. Let's draw the last trump. And if we cash a club here, we may be embarrassing partner who's guarding spades and hearts. So imagine declare with 3 spades, just to put face this concern. Well, we can't really avoid that. I should not have cashed the queen of diamonds if that is the hand. Three spades. Well, no. Declare has ace jack there, the hearts. So he will win the ace of hearts in the last round. There's nothing we could have done to prevent him winning that. So 32%. Yes, some people were letting them play in one of trumps, but still, why 32? Is it going down? No, they are bidding. Oh, I see. They're bidding one of trump with our cards. Yeah, it's a good spot for that. Partner has some nice cards for us. So we have 4 clubs, and luckily our queen of diamonds is a full stopper. Might have been otherwise. So they can't win more than 4 diamonds, ace, king, and ace, 7 tricks, and we get 4 clubs, a diamond, 5, and spades and hearts are sure to give us 1 or 2 extra tricks. And so the vulnerability made it good. Bid 1 or trump. And I don't know. I think it's hard to waste too much time considering whether I should have bid this or not. But anyway, it was a close decision. And let's move on to the next one. It's a clear 1 spade opening bid. And a clear raise of hearts. And this is an auction that bears discussing with any partner. Robots are not partners. So, but you should be very firm. My suggestion in your partnerships that this 3 spade bid, even if North is intending it as a Q bid, it should show an honor. It shouldn't be a Q bid from shortness. And that's basically the simplest way of dealing with this auction. You'll have some trouble in hands in which North was planning to raise spades and then got raised in hearts, because it will be ambiguous. He will be willing to bid 3 spades with something like ace double. Anyway, we want to cooperate in the slam hunt, right? We have the ace and the king of trumps. These are huge cards, and we don't have a bare minimum. So let's bid 4 clubs. But now the suit is spades. For him, the suit is spades. So 4 hearts is a Q bid. It's curious, but we can't hide anything. But at least now we know we have 3 key cards, regardless of the suit. And we don't have the queen of spades, so we should just stop in 5 spades. Oh no, he was looking for 7. If he was looking for 7, I have a nice hand. I won't bid 7, but I'm hopeful of getting 12 tricks easily because ace king hearts are huge. But then we find that he has a horrible heart suit. And we have an interesting situation here. There are basically 2 shots for avoiding that heart loser. One is the double queen of hearts, the other is the finesse and diamonds. And so, since we'll have to deal with our clubs too, we have to rough them in dummy, use our hard entries to rough clubs. So the full play would be ace of clubs, club rough, heart, ace, club rough, ace of spades, heart to the king. If the heart queen appears, we claim. If not, we cash the king of spades and then finesse and diamonds. That appears to be the clearest path to 12. And partner, he really should have put on the brakes with jack. 5th opposite the raise. His hand would have been much better if it had not raised hearts, curiously enough. Which is an argument, by the way, for not bidding them. If you intend to raise spades, as he did, maybe he should have bid 2 diamonds. It's weird, but still. Let's see. Any heart queen? Yay. Now all we need is a 3-2 break, and we got it. So if the heart queen had not shown up, we would finesse in diamonds. Okay, so we climbed up the table to 68, 69, oh, sorry, 59. And another one spade opening bid. Following by a hardwood bid is inviting. We have full acceptance. King more than a minimum. Let's just accept and bid game. When we're bidding games, we shouldn't be worried about describing. We should just hide rather than describe. In slams, it's different. Anyway, we have 14 in our hand and 12 and then 26. 14 are missing. We may lose a club, a diamond, and a spade. If spades are 3-2, if spades are 4-1, we will need the diamond finesse. There isn't much to be done here. King of clubs is apparently with West. We have to finesse this because do we? There's no reason not to. He might be switching to a diamond from the king. I shouldn't put too much weight on this 9 here. And the alternative is trying to rough out the king of clubs to dispose of diamond losers, which is far less likely. So let's finesse. Yay, we got it. So now the hand turned interesting now that the diamond finesse is on, because we may not need we still have only 9 winners, right? We have 3 hearts, 3 diamonds, 6, and 3 spades. But we can get 4 spades at 4-2. We can also get 4-1. 3-2, sorry. We can get 4 spades if spades are 3-2. But we can get 4 spades by just roughing 2 clubs in our hand. So maybe we should repeat the diamond finesse here. Rough a club. Cash the ace and king of spades. Yeah, let's do that. He didn't let us rough a club. We didn't cash the ace and king of spades. And if, okay, that's what I was aiming at. Can it be that this guy has 5 hearts? I don't believe that. Don't believe that. So let's just rough our heart, if necessary. So we can now play. Yes. Put some closes and we'll see your buttons outside. See you later, because I'm recording. I'm recording a movie.
Tak depois a gente botar o nosso cabelo.
Tá bom. Vamos fazer isso. Okay. 20 high card points. And partners opening in week 2. If we could find out that he has a singleton heart, we would be aiming at slam here, but I don't think we can. I don't think there's any systemic way for the robot to do that. So I don't know, if he shows me a feature in hearts, maybe we'll choose trumps. It's a big move. So let's just forget about the singleton heart. It's unlikely because they should be beating hearts if partner they have 9. Yeah, here they are. You can try to induce him to not play this ace. It's a child's move, but it's nothing to lose. And now we can basically claim we defended well, and we got a bad score, probably but random factors from the robots, because I guess people, nobody made 8. Yeah, 300 is a big position because imagine partner without the king of spades and something else. Is something that is really not advisable. Anyway, now we have 15, and with strong hands that have a possibility of slam, partner is unlimited, fairly unlimited, so we still might get a slam. You should bid naturally, which means bidding diamonds first here and planning on bidding hearts later. Okay, now partner is bidding hearts, we'll have to raise him. We could just bid 4, but I think we're a shade too strong for that. So we can bid the 4th suit, which is artificial, nothing to do with spades. Now, with him showing normal spades, that means that he has a singleton diamond, or our hand has gone down in value, just land in the known fit. And his hand is pretty much what we expected. The lead is interesting. And we have to decide on whether to make tricks by roughing spades or by roughing diamonds. Roughing diamonds looks better. Why is the guy leading a trump? It's a strange lead. But let's reserve entries to the diamonds. Keep on roughly on cross rough lines, but probably changing our tune if okay. You roughed. Now maybe, well, surely we should just discard a loser here and basically claim now. There's only one trump left. Okay, 16. Have hearts. Oh, and by the way, I will have an announcement to make at the end of this video. I almost forgot about it. But let's play this hand and then I'll announce it after the hand. A heart 3 spades, double 4 spades. We have a very nice hand for support any minor. Partner is showing the minors here. We have a very nice hand for supporting minors. And on the other hand, the opponents are bidding a lot vulnerable versus not. So there should be some distributional storms brewing there. I think we should basically bid 5 clubs only, not dream of slam when we're getting preempted, even though maybe lay down. There's no room for us to find out. That bottom might be stretching, so yeah, it's a non-slam. We lose heart ace and diamond king. If there was a diamond lead, and apparently the king of diamonds is in east, So our idea here is basically to draw trumps, establish hearts. It should be 3-1 this trumps, no, 2-2. Let's establish our hearts. And maybe now it's pretty sure that the diamond king is here because the preemptor can't have a king as well as king queen. Now it's interesting to figure out his distribution. He has 7 spades, 2 clubs. He didn't lead a diamond, he didn't lead a heart, as he would with a singleton anywhere. So he should have 2-2, 7-2-2-2, which means that our best shot here for an overtrip, know that if we catch the king and the jack and ruff a heart, we have 2 discards, we still left with a diamond loser. But if we finesse the 9 of hearts, we only lose against ace-10 doubleton. But if we win, we have 3 discards. And that is clearly the best play, which would get to dummy. The finesse in hearts, which is peculiar play, but successful, and let us claim. And his hand was as expected. That's a cute hand. It's a nice hand. And so let us move to the announcement. I'll stop sharing for a while because I want to find an email. And I want to put something on the screen that I had forgotten to put before him. It's going to be quick. It's going to be quick. And here it is. Let's share the screen again. So I'm just letting you guys know that this is page 29 of this next month's bulletin, ACBL bulletin. And I just placed an ad there. Here it is. That's our ad from the bridgeexperts.com. And if you're interested in improving your bridge skills on a more profound level, you can, of course, just chat with me in this Facebook group or YouTube channel, but also you can use his contact informations. And it's a big step for me to place this ads. It shows that there is interest, that have had so many students, so many happy students, that the business is growing. So I wanted to share this with you. Anyway, 16 high card points and clear 1 club opening bid and a reasonable reverse. Partner is bidding our void, which is not exciting, but still we have to keep on bidding our hand and showing 4 diamonds, maybe the key to the hand if he has 4 diamonds as well. He will not look for a 4-4 fit. Okay, when we have 6 excellent clubs, 4-4 fit is unlikely. But I think 2 diamonds still leaves lots of room. Yeah, he has those 4 diamonds, but we don't have an excellent hand with a heart void. Should just be no trump here. Confirming the stopper spade. Heart lead. We have 9 tricks. And a clear chance of a 10th on the diamond finesse. I want to preserve my chances on diamonds. So I will discard the spade thanks to that 10 of spades there. And I don't want him to cover, so I lead low, the lowest honor. Okay, and now I can decide what to do. After cashing all the clubs. Okay, one club here, one diamond discarded card. Well, this diamond discard is either from king fourth, and in this case, he has a stopper, or from king third, and our diamonds are high. Yeah, king fourth. So we can claim one extra trick, 10 tricks. 71. Interesting hand. With a good partner, it should have some agreement to show a strong two suited hand. The robot doesn't, and so it just bid 4 hearts. It would bid something like 4 diamonds here, which is not really useful as in a natural sense as the robot thinks it. So I'll just bid 4 hearts, which is probably going to end the auction. And we will have to take that spade finesse to discard the club loser as soon as we draw trumps, and probably lose a diamond. Looks like diamonds are 3-1, especially after he shows 3 hearts. It has worked as fully expected, and the diamond doesn't as fully expected, so we lose a bet. 93%. How come? How come? People are doubling 2 spades. Ah, they are doubling 2 spades. Yeah, we should. That's a good note to end the discussion of this tournament. We shouldn't. It's a harsh way of putting it. We should strive to not double with extreme 2 suitors. Okay, such as this. It's not guaranteed to give you bad results, not at all. But it is risky in the sense that you won't be able to show your hand. I didn't show my hand either. I know. When I bet 4 hearts, I didn't show my hand. That's goes back to the discussion before the bid of 4 hearts, which was you should have a way to get into the bidding with your 2 suitors that is not a takeout double or a simple overcall. It depends on the context, depends on the situation, concrete situation. Here, most players have available 3 spades, 4 clubs, and 4 diamonds. And at least 2 of these should be, and also 4 no trumps, of course, for the minors. And so, at a minimum, if you're not willing to give up 4 clubs and 4 diamonds, which you should, but at a minimum, this hand should be 3 spades rather than double, in a Michael sense. So 2 spades, pass, 3 spades. If you are not giving up the natural meaning of 4 minor, should show hearts and a minor. And partner would be 3 no trumps, and you would bid 4 hearts. And this hand is good enough, with hearts good enough, to emphasize them over a diamond. So if we had, let's say, ace jack 6th of hearts and ace king queen 5th of diamonds, the hand would be harder for our situation, because ace jack 6th of hearts is not such a great suit to insist on it, and ace king queen 5th of diamonds is a big suit to keep hidden. So anyway, that was a cool hand. Also, summing up the cool hands of this tournament, the really cool hands were this, and I think this one. I remember another one that was intriguing. Yeah, this one with a finesse on the 9 of hearts. I hope you enjoyed it, friends. And if you are an ACBL member, wait for this month's June bulletin, page 29. You'll see our ad. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye.